Ball live here on AHS Tiger Life. This is Roman Cleary calling the action for you, along with
Brent Lyons, and we're getting ready for Friday Night Lights here.
Kickoff is underway. We're just going to jump right into this as we are underway. Memphis East will receive the possession first, and speaking of East, they lost 38-6 last week in their season opener as Arlington lost 39-10 against MUS. East lost to Fairleigh. And Brent, as we get ready for this first drive of the night, led by quarterback Kenji Lewis for East High, how do you think both teams need to approach this after losing big last week?
I think both of them just need to work on their offensive game, getting the offense rolling. Obviously, both of them struggled last week getting points on the board. If they can get points on the board, it's going to be a really good game.
Well, Kenji Lewis will be taking the first snap of the ball game for the East High Mustangs. He's going to hand it off here to his running back. He's going to bounce outside, going to the outside. That's first down and more for East High, down to the 40 and more. Chris Carter's got a huge gain for the Mustangs on the first play of the night for East High. Brent, what'd you think about that one?
That was a good play there. They got a really good block from on the outside. He got a run straight to the baseline or sideline. Right after that, he was clear to run. That was a good down right there.
Well, what a huge play to start out the game. They actually marked it at the 39-yard line, so not quite to the 40 like I originally thought. Lewis will take his first pass of the night. He's going to throw it outside. It's going to be caught. Gain of about 5 that time. Caught by the Sean Murray. Tackle made right there from Rick Pittman, one of the new starting corners this year for Arlington. It'll be second down for East coming up here.
That was a really good tackle by Rip. If he wouldn't have got that tackle, he would have been off to the races. So that was a really good stop by Rip.
Second and medium here for East after that nice little 5-yard play. Second down and 4. Lewis, hands. This is Chris Carter. And one missed tackle. Carter's still up there, and a swarm of Tigers are in there to get him. That's going to be a definite loss of yardage. Third down coming up for East here.
That's another thing that the Tigers need, great defense, and that you saw it right there. That was awesome.
I mean, I think it's really important here, Brent, that Arlington's coming out with this kind of defensive intensity really to start out the game. This is their home opener after a huge blowout loss. You really have to be ready to play here if you want to bounce back tonight.
You can tell that they talked about this week coming off that loss. Defense is obviously a clear factor that they wanted to hit on.
3rd and 7 here for Kenji Lewis. Oh, high snap. He's still does not have the ball. He's going down for the sack. What a play right there. Jaron White brings him down for the loss. It'll be 4th down, and East High will punt the football away.
Another great defensive possession there by Arlington. They really are hitting it hard on the defense so far.
I mean, what a huge stand here for Arlington to get that stop on the first possession of the game. I think it's really, really important, Brent, that you get out to that kind of fast start if you want to win ball games and win them in a dominant fashion like Arlington is looking to do here tonight.
Yeah, Roman, I mean, you start off the first possession at home with a great defensive stop where you can get a sack right at the very first, really first show. That's awesome for Arlington.
And I know MUS scored 39 last week, but if you really look at it, Arlington's offense turned the ball over 4 times last week as we're going to get a timeout here, it looks like, from East. Didn't really see anything that they liked or something was wrong with the punting formation, so they're going to take their first time out of the ball game here very early on. I don't know if that's a very good sign for the Mustangs to already be this discombobulated, have to take a timeout less than 3 minutes into the contest.
I guess Arlington's defensive coaches are getting what they wanted. They got a good 4 out of their defense, and they forced East to take a timeout early, so I don't think you could ask for a better start from the defense.
No, certainly not. But like I was saying just a moment ago, Arlington's offense, they turned the ball over 4 times last week, lost 3 fumbles. Elvis Simpson threw an interception. So Arlington's defense was stuck in a lot of really tough spots last week. So hypothetically, if you think that if Arlington's offense plays better, turns the ball over less, you might see a better statistical game for the defensive side as well. And they're definitely showing that they're capable of doing that based off of this first drive.
Yes, sir. The offense and defense have to work together, and the defense is pulling their way. We're about to see if the offense can do that here, too.
Well, East will punt this one away from their own 33-yard line after going not 3 and out. They did get a quick first down on the first play of the game. Kenji Lewis, the quarterback, is going to be punting this one. He's Mr. Do-It-All for East, I guess. And Arlington will be getting this at around the 48 or the 49, right at midfield for Elvis Simpson, the brand new starting quarterback, the transfer from Bolton, and this Arlington Tiger offense, which is filled with all sorts of new starters. The only significant returning guy is, of course, John Davis, number 33, who had a spectacular season last year from the tailback spot after coming in for a injured Devontae Glover. But now we got a whole new offense here, 3 new starting receivers, a new quarterback, John Davis, a lot of new starters on the offensive line. And one of them's already out, Clark Cocroft. He's one of the new starters, and guess what? He's out tonight. So Arlington's already got some more shoes to fill, as this is going to be a little toss to Davis from the backfield on the first play of the game. John Davis down the sideline, 20, and he's down to the 18. I thought we were going to get a house call there for a second, but that's going to be a huge first down and more for the Arlington Tigers, and they go to their star player right off of the bat to get a huge first play out of it.
That was a great momentum starter for the Arlington Tigers. Get it to your star running back to get him to do the work. That was, like you said, Roman, that was almost a house call. That would have been a great way to start the game for the offense.
Well, either way, Arlington is now at the East 18-yard line all of a sudden after that huge play from John Davis to start it out. Guess what? You're going to give it right back to him. Davis, right up the middle, and touchdown Arlington! John Davis on the second play from scrimmage for the Tigers, puts it in for 6. Arlington is up on top already with 8:50 to go in the first quarter.
Another great play by the star running back, John Davis. You couldn't have asked for a better start here to this game. They're doing great on offense and defense right now. They just got to keep it rolling.
I mean, I think it's really showing how good of a player John Davis is compared to the rest of these dudes. Like, look at this. He's got a man one-on-one here in the open field. Christopher Bailey, he pretty much stood no chance, to be quite frank with you. PAT is right through for Arlington, 7-0 for the Tigers. And I mean, Brent, could you honestly have a better start of this than this if you're the Tigers?
If you're the Tigers coaching staff, obviously this is a picture-perfect start. First play might not have gone what you wanted to, but everything from there has been straight shooting. They've been doing amazing on offense and defense.
So if you're looking at this from East's perspective, you just went basically 3 and out without going 3 and out. And now Arlington goes and scores in 2 plays with 1 player. How are you supposed to rebound from that to start out a game?
I mean, you got to find a way to stop John Davis, and it's only 2 plays into the game. So, I mean, I don't know what you can do in this situation. You're going to have to force Elvis to pass or do something, but you're going to have to figure it out quick if it only took him 2 plays to score, because he will get going and he won't stop.
Well, the sun's not even down, and it's a Thursday night, but the lights are so far looking brighter than ever for the Tigers early on in this contest. Here we go. Oh, a little bit of a squib kick is there, and I think they just recovered that. Yes, they did. That was an onside kick, and East made no sort of attempt to recover that football, and Arlington's going to get it right back. What? I believe it was Xavier Torres on the recovery.
Roman, no one was expecting that to happen. I don't even think East knew it was coming. Arlington just got them off guard, and they're running with this game right now.
Whoa. I mean, what a perfect call right there. East just made no sort of attempt to go get that at all.
You couldn't have asked for a better onside kick for Arlington right there. That was beautiful.
And yes, that was Gabriel Torres on the recovery, as I just said a moment ago. Replay verifies that. 8:46 to go. Tigers just recovered an onside kick. If you're just joining in, I'm Roman Cleary. Brent Lyons is on the call with me for this one. Arlington and East, first game of the season. Torres on the sweep. He's got one man. He's down the sideline. It's first down and more. Gabriel Torres. There's a flag down on the field. There's a flag down on the field for now, so this may not be counting. We'll see what this flag is right here. And it looks like they're going to get Arlington for a illegal block in the back. Yep, it's an illegal block in the back against the Tigers, so this is not going to count for Arlington. They're going to go way back here after that huge play from Gabriel Torres. What a crushing turn of events there, Brent.
I mean, even with the flag call, that is still a great play. The way that Arlington is getting out into the open field, they have to be encouraged by that, no matter if they have a flag or not.
Well, that flag that they just got will move them all the way back to the East 48-yard line. But still a huge opportunity here for Arlington to go up by 2 possessions without even having to have 2 defensive stops early on in the game.
I think it comes to the advantage of the defense that they've only had to play one set and their offense has had 2. They got a really big play out of their special teams, and it's going to play dividends later in the game.
Spencer Pruitt, who had 4 catches for 34 yards last week, that was actually Arlington's leading receiver. He's in motion on this play. Simpson's going to look to throw. He's evading. He's stepping up. He's on the run. Elvis Simpson down to the 40, 35, 30, and he will be caught along the sideline right there. Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage that time. And that will be second down and long here for Arlington.
The running game is going really strong for Arlington right now, even with the QB. I mean, they haven't even got a pass off yet, and they're still destroying them on the running game, something the East is probably going to have to work on.
They did throw a screen on the first play of the game, or their first play from scrimmage. They actually marked that as a second down and 4. Simpson got a lot farther than it looked like from up here. But either way, it's second down and 4 from the East 30-yard line. Simpson will take this again. He's rolling to his left. He's on the run. He's rushed. Going back to his right. This is Spencer Pruitt. A little bit over the head there. Simpson overthrew that just a little bit. Pruitt could not quite get it. It'll be third down and 4.
That was good defense by East pressuring the quarterback. They finally got him in a situation where it wasn't going to be easy for him to get down the field, and it showed right there.
Huge opportunity for Arlington here on third down and 4 to keep this drive alive. Go up by 2 scores. If they don't get this here, they'll likely have to try a 40-yarder from Jacob DeShields, the senior kicker. This is Simpson in the backfield with John Davis. Michael Krieger, the tight end, in motion. Davis on the run. He's got a first down. Yes, he does. Oh, he's still up. He's still going. John Davis, a first down and more for Arlington.
What a great play by John Davis there. He just barreled right through the defense again. They have to find a way to stop it.
They used Michael Krieger there, the tight end, as a miniature fullback. Set up that huge block, which allowed Davis to get around the corner. First down, Arlington. What a huge play there for the Tigers to convert.
The East defense has got to be tired here. They got to get a stop and get off the field here.
I mean, what an exhausting start if you're East. Like, the storm just hit you right in the face. Right, basically as soon as the ball was kicked off. Davis again. He's got a couple here, and he's caught in the swarm, second down and long.
Well, that's best case scenario there for East. They haven't been able to get him early on in his run. So, if anything, you have to take that if you're East and try to build momentum off this.
So, this is obviously a much better offensive look than Arlington had last week. They only had 177 total yards of offense. John Davis had 114 of those.
Wow. I mean, obviously you can see huge improvement just from the beginning of the game. This is a new Arlington team we're seeing just from week 1 to week 2.
Well, John Davis has been taken off the field here, and it's actually Gabriel Torres, the wide receiver, playing running back, and he'll get the carry here. Torres trying to get around the defender, and he will not be able to do it. Good play there from East. It'll be third down here for Arlington once again.
East is starting to get onto that running game a little. They might have to switch it up here. East defense is doing well. It's starting to get that running game.
That is a really, really nice tackle there. Christopher Bailey, who got shook out of his shoes by John Davis earlier. He makes a bounce-back play right there.
Bounce-back plays are important in football. You gotta learn from your mistakes, and you got to run with it quickly.
How important is it here, do you think, Brent, for East to get this stop here on third down and 8, force the field goal, just stop this momentum that Arlington is getting at the moment?
Oh, it is 100% important. If they get up 14-0, they're going to be digging themselves in a hole early.
Play action. Simpson throws down the middle and gone. Touchdown, Arlington. Right there that time it was LaDarian Wade, and the Tigers are now up by 2 touchdowns early on. 5.5 minutes left in the first quarter.
And we just talked about this. They needed to get the stop. They didn't get it. Now they're in a bigger hole than they were just 10 seconds ago.
I mean, could you have a more perfect start, though, if you're Arlington? No.
Compared to last week's start, this is picture perfect.
They bobbled the snap here. No good on the extra point. Arlington bobbled the snap. The holder for Jacob DeShields was not able to hold on to it, and he wasn't even able to attempt a kick. So this will actually remain at 13-0.
Well, you got to live and you learn.
I mean, but you got to think about even like that could be a significant play for East.
Yeah.
Like, even if you just gave up the touchdown, you have to think, if Arlington's going to be making little mistakes like that, there's still a chance you could get back in this. Like, I mean, it's still the first quarter.
Yeah, 5:30 left in the first quarter. It's still early. I mean, you're right, Roman. That play, that just one little field goal stop right there could be huge in the long run.
Well, Ethan Ford will be kicking this one off once again. Had the onside kick. They gave the Tigers the ball back just a moment ago, but I suspect he'll actually be kicking this one deep here. Here we go. Bobbled with it a little bit, but East is able to recover it. Jackson Coates had nowhere to go that time, and the Tigers get him from behind their own 15-yard line. Great field position here for this defense.
That was a great stop by Arlington special teams. They are really coming after East early, trying to make a statement quick.
Well, this defense, they've barely been out here right now. I mean, this is only going to be their second possession of the half, obviously after the onside kick. You got Marika Wilson and Jackson Powers as the two starting D linemen in there tonight. No Chad Cocroft, unfortunately for them. They are Carter Wood, Nathan Chambers, and Jackson Hare in the linebackers. Jordan Batts, Ethan Hargrove, Jaron White, Rip Pittman, and Ladarian White in the secondary. Kenji Lewis barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Arlington stuffing that one there. 2nd down and 10.
East needs to start to come up with some offense here. They're starting to get stuck, and it's not going anywhere. They got to get moving if they want to get a chance to play in this ball game.
I mean, you got to hypothetically come up with something here. I know it's very, very early on in this game for both teams, but it feels like Arlington has just taken this game over, and if the Mustangs don't do anything to respond, it could get ugly very, very quickly.
You're very right, Roman.
Lewis will throw here on 2nd and 10 from his own 16. He's going to loft it deep. And one-on-one. Almost intercepted that time by Rip Pittman. He dropped it, and it was in his chest. Couldn't hold on to it. 3rd down and 8 coming up for East.
Well, if you're East, you can't show that you're getting desperate. That's a long pass early on in the game. But if you're Arlington, you got to make that interception. If you make that interception, it is an entirely new game already.
I mean, imagine if Rip Pittman makes that pick right there. Then all of a sudden, you're in a huge pickle. If you're East, you're in huge danger of going down 3 scores in the first quarter, and I don't know if there's any coming back from that. Lewis on 3rd and 8 from his own 16. He'll throw. Pressure coming in quickly. Jumping down, and it's incomplete.
Well, there's another one from the East. They need to get going on offense. They're about to have to kick it here, but they need to get going or they're going to find themselves in the pickle like Roman was talking about.
It'll be 4th down and 8. Offense has still not come off of the field yet for East. You don't think they're actually thinking about going for this here? I mean, I know Kenji Lewis is also the punter, so they may just be discussing that. Yeah, it looks like they're going to be going to the punting formation here.
I'm glad they're not choosing to go for it. They can't be risking it that early, I don't think.
It looks like Arlington's just going to keep their – wait, no, they're going to be going for this. On 4th down and 8. No, it's a punt. Okay, that's what I thought. Solid boot there from Lewis that time, and Arlington will start from their own 47 for Elvis Simpson. And this offense's 3rd drive of the night with 4:22 left in the first quarter. And the Tigers here, Brent, with a huge opportunity to go up by 3 scores.
I mean, picture perfect start like we talked about. I think if they can just keep the ball rolling, even if it ends in the field goal, just continuing to put points on the board and putting pressure on that East defense who is obviously already tired is just huge early on in this game.
I mean, again, like, what a huge chance here for Arlington. They could just potentially end this game right here, right now, honestly. I mean, I know it'd still be the first quarter. Still plenty of time to go, but like I said a moment ago, I just don't know if there's any coming back from giving up 3 straight scores in the first quarter. Your offense has been non-existent so far if you're East. But for Arlington, this is a huge, chance for them, to go up big and potentially get some more looks at different guys, see what's working. Maybe you're able to experiment a little bit throughout this game. So from that sense, it's really important for Arlington to get out ahead early on so they can, play as many guys as possible this early on in the season.
I completely agree with that, Roman. And this defense and offense, you can tell, is working fluidly together. I mean, one doesn't work well without the other, and you can tell that they are working together tonight.
It's a little bit of a delay here going on. Just getting ready to start this next possession here on HS Tiger Life. Roman Clear here on the call with you. Brent Lyons is with me. Arlington up 13-0 over the East High Mustangs. It's been a very bad start for East on both sides of the football. Offense has been non-existent. The defense has not been able to respond to any of Arlington's offensive attacks so far. The Tigers even had an onside kick recovery in their second kickoff of the game. East received the football to start out the game. So, looks like Elvis Simpson and the Tigers are now ready to get this game rolling here. 13-0, 4:22 to go in the first quarter. Tigers starting from their own 47-yard line. Looks like the Tigers actually got a sideline warning here for some reason. Don't want that stuff going on. Simpson to throw on first down. Pressure comes in. Tried to dart it down to Gabriel Torres. Ball is way too low. Incomplete. Second down for Arlington.
I mean, if you're Elvis, you just got to stay calm and collective. You can't be forcing things. You got to make good passes. That was a good run at by the East defense. Keep pressuring him. It'll start to get more and more like that for Elvis.
I mean, Elvis Simpson did not have the greatest of performances last week. 11-22, 79 yards, a 40 passer rating, 39.8 to be exact. Had an interception, no touchdowns. It's really important for a guy like him to bounce back this week as the team's senior starting quarterback.
Completely agree.
This is going to Davis on second down. It's in. John Davis around the corner. He's down to the 30, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Arlington. John Davis. I mean, who else would it be going that long? Tigers up 19-0. I mean, Brent, what else is there to say? It's already the first quarter, and there's already nothing else left to say, at least in terms of John Davis.
I mean, I know we're both speechless up here. 2 touchdowns in the first quarter, both rushing. I mean, how long was that? At least 40 yards on the rush just on that touchdown? He's going insane right now, and East really needs to stop this running game.
Let's see if Arlington can actually convert this extra point, and they do. 20-0 Tigers. Here's this run from John Davis again here, Brent.
He's just so quick. Once he got off number 5, he was gone. There was no stopping him. Already his second touchdown of the game. You know they have to be feeling good about that.
I mean, Brent, I know this is your first time ever doing this, but I don't think you expected something like this to happen this early on in the game.
Oh, no chance. I thought they were going to ease into it a little. Arlington has came and they put their foot on the gas really, really early. I was definitely not expecting that, Roman. You are right.
We still have 4 minutes to go in this first quarter, by the way.
This is crazy. East has got to do something. This ball game is going very quickly. Well, not quickly at all, actually.
I mean, like you just said, East, they got to respond with something here. Like, the game may be virtually over already, but it's definitely over in the first quarter at this point if they don't do anything here.
I mean, the first thing you got to do is get your ball into enemy territory, which they haven't done yet. They're going to have to do that quick.
New returners back there for East, but they'll just let this one go back in the end zone. Anthony Campbell does there. So here comes Kenji Lewis and this East offense once again. Really crucial for them to do something here.
You have to think Kenji Lewis has to be tired. He's doing everything out there for them right now, and nothing seems to be working. They're going to have to get something rolling.
I mean, for East, you've already been blown out once last week against Fairleigh 38-6. And if it happens here again, I mean, it's just not going to be a great look.
It's already starting to look like a blowout here, and I know East does not want that, so they're going to have to start to get it moving.
Lewis hands here. Anthony Campbell gets around one, but Tigers are right there swarming to the football. Carter Wood on the lead on that tackle. 2nd down and 10 coming up for the Mustangs. May have even lost a yard or two.
Arlington's defense does not look to be giving up on these plays, even though they're up 20-0. They are still working hard to get every single tackle.
I mean, that's what you have to do. You got to play to 100% every single time. That's what Coach Shivers has. That's one of the things that he's really, emphasized here. Got to play hard, set a good culture. Lewis, he'll take it himself this time. Not doing anything there, though. That may have been a loss of a yard or so. 3rd down and long coming up for East.
I mean, you said this defense is giving their 100%. They're giving 110% on every play. I don't think they have given up on one ball yet this game. They are swarming the defense every time someone gets there.
We have an injury here on the field, actually. Player is down. It looks to be Carter McKay, if I can see that correctly. No, I think it's Logan Patton. If that's number 90 down there. It's hard for me to see from up here, but. Well, while this injury timeout takes place, we'll be right back here on AHS Tiger Life. Tigers up 20-0.
Look at this new crazy calzone from those brainiacs at Little Caesars. It's a pepperoni pizza surrounded by a calzone crust. Little Caesars got us again.
Is it more pizza or more calzone?
I don't know. What do you think, Pizza Bot?
Pizza, calzone, both. Confused. Pizza, calzone, both. Tell my wife. Bleep bloop.
Oh, we're not Big Pizza. We're Little Caesars, the new crazy calzone for $8.49.
Pizza.
Staring contest.
You still got it. I know.
Come alive with the forest. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to AHS Tiger Life. Logan Patton being escorted off of the field here. And obviously, Brent, John Davis has been a huge breakout star here tonight for the Tigers. Already has 2 touchdowns. Tell us more about John Davis in tonight's player portrait.
I mean, he's doing amazing. He's a 5'8", 160-pound senior. He's ran for 114 yards tonight. He has 643 total rushing yards with 97 carries. He is averaging 40.2 yards per rush. This is insane.
Here's Kenji Lewis on the carry there. He's not going to get anything, so it'll be 4th down here for East.
We would like to thank Little Studios on the Square for this year's football portraits and their support of AHS Tiger Life. If you need photography, media, and fine arts, it's Little Studios on the Square, located in the heart of Arlington, Tennessee. Visit them at littlesots.com for more.
That is Studio on the Square, little-sots.com. 4th and 10, and East will look to punt this one away again, giving it right back to Arlington. Again, not even the end of the first quarter. And Lewis, it's going to roll to the 43. And the Tigers will start from their side of the field there.
And East cannot seem to get anything going at all. Arlington is running away with this game very, very quickly.
I mean, Brent, how important do you think it is for Arlington to, now that they're in this position, get this game wrapped up as quickly as possible here?
I mean, I think if you're the starting offense, you try to get one more touchdown at least in before this quarter's over. Then you can start working with some of the guys that maybe haven't had as many snaps, maybe in practice or in the first game, and try to get them working and see who's like maybe a little dark horse on this team.
Well, the starters are definitely still definitely out there for Arlington right now, as Elvis Simpson will throw the football, or actually he's going to run with it himself. Rolls to his right, past the 50. He's still up. First down, Arlington. It's Elvis Simpson rushing all the way past the sticks. In the East territory we go, 1st down, Arlington.
And he tucked that shoulder and he kept going. I think East was expecting for him to go straight out of bounds, but he kept going, and once he tucked that shoulder, he got right past him and got a couple extra yards.
I mean, 1st and 10 here for Arlington from their own 37, or the East 37-yard line, rather. I mean, again, It's just been up and down the field all night long here for Arlington. Elvis Simpson with a huge play right there of around 30 or 40 yards rushing. Simpson, it's a screen to Torres. He's got bouncing to the outside. Gabriel Torres down the sideline. Goodbye, baby. Touchdown, Arlington. 26-0, and the Tigers are now up by not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 scores. Can you believe it? What a bounce back for Arlington. They have just been blown out a week ago, and now, guess what? They're now on the other side of that spectrum, Brent. Now they're the ones celebrating and enjoying the dominance.
And this is a big momentum boost for Arlington. 26-0, and it's not even the end of the first quarter. This is huge.
26-0, 1:51 to go in the first quarter. In the first quarter, ladies and gentlemen. That is right. If you're just tuning in, yes, we're still in the first quarter. Arlington's up by 4 scores over the East High Mustangs after being blown out 39-10 by the MUS Owls last week.
And if you're Arlington's rushing game or even wide receiver game, you got 2 touchdowns from Gabriel Torres and 2 from John Davis. This is incredible.
And, Brent, while we're celebrating in all this madness of Arlington's success, we got to just take a moment to admire the overall environment that we're in right now. It's obviously whiteout theme over here on the Arlington Tiger football field. You got the band back in the stands. You got fans in the crowd here again at full capacity. I mean, this is really, really important for not only this team, this school, but just community as a whole.
I mean, as we can see so far, Arlington loves their fans, and they're showing it by giving them a good show tonight.
I mean, what else is there to say, honestly?
There's nothing to say at all. This is an incredible showing by Arlington, and I can tell you the fans are loving it.
I mean, what a play here from Gabriel Torres, Brent. Just with his speed, all it took was one little move to the left and just blasted it all the way home. I mean, that was unbelievable.
If you're Arlington still, this picture-perfect start, you can't get past it. I mean, blown out last week like Roman said, and coming back this week and starting out 27-0 with 1:51 left in the first.
So for what seems like the 1,000,000th time tonight, it looks like, Ethan Ford will be kicking this one off once again. He's had quite a busy night. I guess that is the one bad part about these blow-off games. You just have to kick the ball off over and over and over and over again so deep down the field. It's got to tire out your leg after a while.
Hey, whatever you have to do for a win, I'm sure he thinks it's worth it. They're doing a great job tonight.
Well, he looks to have another successful kickoff here. Here we go. 27-0 Arlington as they are back on the defensive side of the ball. Campbell just fumbled the football and he got it back. He's on the run. Anthony Campbell down the sideline. Anthony Campbell is brought down that time. Jaron White, the big man right there with a huge tackle. But East will start from about midfield here.
I mean, if you have any hope left in this game for East, it's that they got something going on that kickoff a little. They're going to need a lot more of those kind of plays if they want any chance of even scoring a touchdown.
I mean, but I don't know about you, but I think this is like a must-score drive here for East. So it's like touchdown or bust at this point.
I mean, I can't believe we're saying this, and it's still the first quarter. But, yes, it is definitely a must-score drive here for East.
And speaking of East and its offense, Kenji Lewis is out there once again to lead and hopefully engineer a touchdown drive for them. He'll hand it off here. And, whoa, there's Jaron White again. What a huge play there from Jaron White right there. Chris Carter stood no chance as soon as the ball was handed off to him. And that's a loss of about what looks to be 6 or 7. It'll be second down and very long now for the Mustangs of East.
And we talked about last possession about giving 100% every time. And even though it's 27-0, they are still giving that.
It was actually a loss of 10. Second down and 20. They started from the 50. They're now at their own 39. Just a little over a minute left in the first quarter. Yes, the first quarter will end eventually. We have a stoppage in play here, it looks like. late substitution for Arlington. It looks like Josiah Elzy will check out. Ethan Hargrove will check in. Got to have your right players on the field there. But they can afford to get away with that when you're up 27-0. Lewis throwing it deep this time, one-on-one, and it's caught down the sideline. What a grab that time by Christopher Bailey. And Arlington is now in a heap of trouble as East is now landed on their side of the field. Finally, they're at around the 20-yard line.
He's going to have asked for a better momentum swing play right there. They got it all the way down the field. They just got to finish this off with a touchdown here.
They actually marked the ball at about the 24-yard line, but what a grab here from Christopher Bailey, one-on-one. I don't even think Ty Matthews, the corner there, even saw the ball coming. Lewis will hand here. Chris Carter stuffed in the backfield right there by a swarm of Tigers, but it looked like it was Jackson Hare on the lead. Second down coming up for the East Mustangs.
East got that good play, but now back on defense, Arlington got right back at it after that miscue on the play. They're trying to show their grit here the first time almost in their end zone.
And clock is stopped here once again, and a false start has been called against East. So they're going to go back 5 yards here with 15 seconds to go in the first quarter. Brent, can you believe this first quarter is actually coming to an end?
I mean, when Arlington got rolling, there was no stopping them. Finally getting to the end of this first quarter for East probably has seemed like a nightmare.
So it was a late false start call, so that tackle from Jackson Hare will not count. It's first down and 15, and it looks like East will just let this run out. No, they're going to run a play here. Lewis on the run. Kenji Lewis, I don't even know if he got back to the line of scrimmage. Second down, and that is the end of the first quarter, everybody. Tigers up 27-0 live here on AHS Tiger Life. We'll be right back after this.
Over. Chance high five. All right.
When you adopt a shelter pet, you discover all the things that make them unique.
And your mother
I am totally a hot person. Right, guys?
Thanks for being honest.
They're a little bit of a lot of things, but they're all pure love. Adopt pure love at theshelterpetproject.org.
1 in 3 adults has pre-diabetes. That means it could be you, your dog walker,
on your left,
your cat jogger. With early diagnosis, pre-diabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org.
I can't express how much I appreciate every single thing that St. Jude has done. You never know when you could be that determining factor to save the next child's life. 1 million thank yous wouldn't be enough.
Well, we are back here on AHS Tiger Life, and speaking of AHS Tiger Life, Brent has all sorts of stuff to tell you about that.
Yeah, tonight's game is brought to you by AHSTigerLife.com. Go to AHSTigerLife.com to see student-produced, student-directed videos, podcasts, and live streams, just like tonight's game. For the last 3 years, AHS Tiger Life has made student career ready in film, video, and journalism and publicity. AHSTigerLife.com. Again, that is AHSTigerLife.com.
And now for tonight's Player Making a Difference, brought to you by Arlington Community Schools. And, of course, it's none other than John Davis, who has just been absolutely unbelievable here. But if you're not going to go with John Davis, you got to go Gabriel Torres as well in terms of players making a difference. And speaking of players making a difference, there's an interception right there for the Arlington Tigers. That's Ethan Hargrove going down the sideline. Ethan Hargrove, he's down to the 50 and lost the ball. All sorts of craziness is happening here.
What in the world?
So Ethan Hargrove lost the football, then it bounced forward, and it was recovered by another Tiger at the 40-yard line. We got a flag down here. I'm just trying to do a sponsor spot. But yeah, Player Making a Difference tonight is sponsored by Arlington Community Schools. ACS is making a daily difference in children's lives daily. For more information about Arlington Community Schools, our school district, go to www.acsk-12.org. That is acsk-12.org. Well, Brent, Just explain to us exactly what happened here.
I mean, this is a completely crazy play. As you can see, number 25, Ethan Hargrove, I believe is correct. He gets the interception right in the end zone. He takes it all the way back. As he has a wide open field. Then he gets tackled, but the ball pops out right at the very end of the play. And I can't even tell you who caught the pop, but Arlington's going to end up with the ball on a crazy wild play.
It was Ty Matthews who was torched earlier on in the game. There was a flag that came out, so we don't even know if that's going to count yet. So it looks like the interception will count, but Arlington got called for a penalty on the return. So it looks to me that it will be Arlington football here. Yes, here comes Elvis Simpson. Okay. So it will be Tiger football. What a wild turn of events there. Could you think of a crazier play to start out the second quarter?
I mean, we thought the first quarter was crazy for Arlington. This second quarter seems to start out just the same way. If they can keep this going, this game is going to be over quick. It already is.
11:39 to go. The second quarter just began. Here is Simpson. He'll throw. Elvis throwing deep. He's got a rocket, and he's throwing it deeper, and incomplete for Torres. Went deep for that one. Gabriel Torres, he has 2 touchdowns tonight. He's definitely a player making a difference, as I just mentioned earlier, but he wasn't able to do anything there. Second down coming up for Arlington.
I mean, if you're Arlington up 27-0 at the very beginning of the second quarter, you can afford to launch those deep balls down there as long as there aren't any interceptions coming your way. I think that was a risky pass, but it was worth it.
Well, we'll see if they're actually able to make a couple of big plays here on this second down and 10 play from their own 19-yard line. It is early on in the second quarter. Tigers up 27-0 after a dominant first quarter for Arlington. Simpson will check down. Davis dropped the football in the backfield. No one in front of him. Incomplete, 3rd and 10. A rare drop you see there from John Davis. You think that this momentum may be starting to, cool off for Arlington here a little bit?
I mean, with that interception and bring back, I think that they have the momentum. They just don't know what to do with it at this point. They're up so much so early, they just have to figure out what to do with the football.
Well, that's one way to put it, as 3rd down and 10. From their own 19-yard line, this is really the first possession of the game where Arlington has struggled at all offensively. We'll see if they're able to do anything with it. Simpson will throw. 3rd down and 10. He's got a man. Believe that is Landon Seward. That'll be a first down for Arlington.
A good pass and good receive for Landon Stewart and Elvis Simpson. Getting the first down, 3rd and 10, their first must-get down of the game, and they got it there. They're still making plays out here to get this ball game over with.
And Landon Stewart is one of the new starting receivers for Arlington. Last year, 3 seniors, Jake Golday, Dylan Keith, and Cannon Linebaugh. This year, we do have 1 senior, Spencer Pruitt, but 2 underclassmen in Landon Seward and Gabriel Torres. So with this relative inexperience at the wide receiver position, what do you think that's going to be like for Arlington to have to adjust to that, get this experience on the fly right now as the season goes on?
Well, I mean, this East game was a big game for them wide receiver-wise, getting the new guys to get some routes in, get some catches. I think this was the perfect opportunity for Arlington to get it done.
We got a timeout here for Arlington. It'll be their first timeout of the half, and we'll be right back here on AHS Tiger Life. Tigers up 27-0 with 10:40 to go in the second quarter.
Hey guys, it's Ash from Little Studio, and I'm so excited to come to you guys today to talk to you about our brand new membership program. For $30 a month, you'll get to go online and look at all of the different classes and events we're offering for our paint nights and choose which one you want to come to each month for free. Then you'll get your very own promo code that you'll get to use all year long and get 10% off of all of your other purchases at Little Studio on the Square, whether it's a paint event or some merchandise you want. You'll get to get 10% off of anything you get. I'll see you in the studio.
We are back here on AHS Tiger Life. Roman Cleary, Brent Lyons here with you. Tigers up 27-0 over the East High Mustangs. Arlington just got a first down on a 3rd down and 10 conversion, so they will keep this drive moving. They're on their own 31-yard line at the moment here, Brent. And, I mean, just imagine the magnitude of this place if Arlington's able to score again here.
I mean, they've already been crazy so far. They get another touchdown, it's going to go insane.
Simpson trying to go insane on this play as he rolls to his left, lofting for Davis. He's got it down the sideline, 1st down and more. Davis still in bounds. No, he's not. 1st down Arlington into East territory. We go from about their own, at the 45-yard line. John Davis getting it done on the ground and through the air, bouncing back from the drop he had earlier. 1st down Arlington, and they're just going to keep on rolling here.
I mean, John Davis, he is making a difference here tonight, Roman. I mean, you couldn't have asked for a better game from him.
Well, 1st and 10 for Arlington here. Their 2nd straight 1st and 10 situation. This time it's from the East 44-yard line. Simpson will hand it off to none other than John Davis. He'll run. No way. Actually, I got fooled there. This is Elvis Simpson on the read option. Simpson inside the 20. Brought down at the 17 or 18-yard line. 1st down and more for Arlington. Into the red zone we go, and the Tigers are in prime scoring position once again.
I mean, I don't know about you, Roman, but John Davis and Elvis Simpson definitely fooled me there. I thought he had the ball running all the way down. That was a crazy play. As you can see, Elvis gets the read option here. He goes all the way down. I don't even think East knew that he had the ball.
I mean, if I didn't know he had the ball, and I'm very precise with that, I don't know how likely it is that even East knew that he had the ball.
That was a great play by Elvis and John Davis. You couldn't have asked for a better result.
So this is Elvis Simpson once again from the East 17-yard line. This time it is going to John Davis, and he's stuffed right there from the line of scrimmage onward. Good tackle right there from Angry Bird Franklin. Darian Angry Bird, he calls himself Franklin. It'll be 2nd down and 10 for Arlington.
I mean, if you're John Davis, that is the first play that he hasn't got positive yards on. That's saying something about how he's been doing this game.
But Brent, I want to talk about, like, imagine if your friends just calls you Angry Bird. Like, that's actually a pretty cool nickname now that I think about it. Angry Bird.
Getting that nickname must have been some story, I'll tell you that, Roman.
I mean, I don't know what you'd have to do to be called Angry Bird, but either way, it sounds pretty cool. Elvis Simpson will throw here on this play. It's his little bubble screen. Not quite to the 1st down marker there. Reception from Ladarian Wade.
A flag is out, though.
Yeah, you're right. There is a flag out, so we'll see if this is. And it's holding against Arlington, so that play will not even count anyway. Be 3rd down. I mean, you can go over the replay if you want. There it is. I mean, it's not going to count.
I mean, these little plays, these are the ones that would eat up Arlington, just the little ones that are pulling them back. They're up 27-0, but it can go away if you keep committing these flags and turnovers.
Yeah, and if you're – and, like, you're facing Bartlett next week live here on HS Tiger. Like, we'll have that game for you, but I don't know if you can afford these type of mistakes when you're facing Bartlett, a team where you really have to take every single point that you can get.
You're 100% right, Roman.
I mean, last year Bartlett came in here and crushed the Tigers 36-7. So Tigers are really going to have to be on their A game if they want to beat Bartlett this year.
We know the Tigers don't want to repeat it last year, and I think this is what they're trying to do right now.
2nd down and 11 for Elvis Simpson. Here in the 2nd quarter, he'll throw. Simpson looks. He'll step up to run. Simpson, he's got one man. Elvis Simpson breaks the tackle. He's still going close to the marker. I don't think he'll get there quite. I don't think he'll have quite enough. I think it'll be 3rd down and very short here. Yes, it'll be 3rd down and 1 for Arlington.
East has to be lucky they stopped that ball because Elvis Simpson was determined to get to the touchdown there, and that would have been a big play for Arlington. The clock is finally starting to move, but, I mean, it's not moving in East direction, that's for sure.
I mean, has anything been moving in East direction at all so far?
I wouldn't say so.
I mean, this has just been a swarm of really unfortunate events for the Mustangs of East High. 7.5 to go in the 2nd quarter. Simpson will hand. This is Kylan Spears. Spears down to the goal line. Did he get there? I don't think he did quite make it. But it will be first down and goal for Arlington.
Arlington just keeps pushing and pushing and pushing. East has to be worn out right now. They need to get the stop.
Be first down and goal. Believe from the 2-yard line they marked it. I thought he might have gone closer to the 1, but they're going to say he was put down at the 2. Kylan Spears still in the game for Arlington. It's him and Elvis Simpson in the backfield. Simpson throwing a fade to Spencer Pruitt. He's got a foot down. Yes, touchdown Arlington. It's Spencer Pruitt, his first one of the year. Elvis Simpson's one of his first passing touchdowns of the year. He didn't have any last week. 33-0 Arlington, and the blowout here just continues, Brent.
I mean, Roman, I don't know if you're speechless, but I am. I definitely was not expecting Arlington to come out with this kind of pressure on defense and this kind of ferocity on offense. This is an incredible game all around for Arlington.
The Shields will knock the extra point through. No, they actually said he missed it there. Kind of an awkward angle from up here. I thought it went through from where I saw it, but the officials say he didn't get it. So a missed point there for Jacob the Shields, but what a catch here from Spencer Pruitt.
He got the 1 foot in, and he really wanted that touchdown, and the refs gave it to him. But if one thing you need to work on for Arlington is getting those extra points down, missed one and fumbled one off the hands. They got to get that part down.
I mean, even in a 33-0 blowout, we can still see some of Arlington's flaws as a football team, a couple of the mistakes that they've made. And once again, they're playing Bartlett next week. You can't exactly afford to make those mistakes when you're playing a rival like the Bartlett Panthers.
Oh, you're 100% correct. Making all the little plays against Bartlett is going to be important. They have room here to grow against East, but Bartlett, it won't be the same kind of animal.
6:41 to go here in the first half. Arlington up 33-0. You can count how many possessions that is if you want. It's getting too hard for me to keep up with, just like it's getting so hard for Ethan Ford to keep up with how many times he kicked the ball off tonight and how many times East has fumbled it on a return and gotten it back. And they will be brought down at the 15-yard line here. Anthony Campbell, once again, had nowhere to go. And East will get it back, just hoping and praying that they do something this possession.
I mean, besides that onside kick at the beginning of the game, we haven't really talked about Arlington's special team, but I think every time they're really getting it right inside their end zone. They're really keeping it in the red zone there, and I think that's something that hasn't been talked about as much.
I mean, this defensive performance for Arlington after what happened last week is it just has to feel good to know that you are locking up your opponent with ease. You're not even having any sort of issues after the massacre that happened last week at MUS. How important is it to have a game like this after what happened last week for Arlington?
I mean, after last week at MUS, getting this bounce-back game where they're obviously 33-0 in the second quarter, they're destroying East right now. I think getting this bounce-back game that you can really work with the flaws and the pros and cons of your offense and defense and special teams, it's really important right now. And it's I have to say, it's a blessing in disguise for Arlington.
What's going to be really interesting for me as this game goes on is to see what kind of younger stars that we can see pop out here tonight, because obviously the starters can't stay in there forever. You got to put in the younger backups at some point. So we'll see what kind of other players may end up emerging as this game goes on.
Yeah, Roman, you have to wonder how long are they going to keep the starters in before the score gets too high to where there's no reason to keep them in anymore. Then we get to see some fresh faces and kind of work a new offense and defense.
I mean, 6:30 to go in the first half. East, they've done nothing, virtually nothing on the offensive side of the football so far. They look to change that and get themselves on the board here, but it just isn't going well for them. They just haven't looked like that great of a football team overall. Lost to Fairleigh 38-6 last week, losing 33-0 here in the first half to Arlington. As the season goes on, how do you think East needs to change up its approach and start getting some wins later on in the year?
I mean, Arlington is really eating up this East offense, and I think they need to work on getting their offensive line to block for their quarterback so he can get plays going.
I mean, look at a play like that right there. Kenji Lewis, he basically had no chance, just had to get the ball out. found a man, but he had nowhere to go. Christopher Bailey, he got brought down by a swarm of Tigers. 2nd down and 10 for Arlington's defensive unit against East.
I mean, I think if you're Arlington, you just got to keep pushing. They're probably going to start to get tired. I mean, they've been out here a couple times now. They've been working the ball on defense. I think if you're Arlington, you just got to push through it, get the offense back out here.
And how much longer do you think before the referees may just have to implement this mercy rule, because this is just clearly not getting any better for East. Lewis has nowhere to go that time either. Mariko Wilson all over that play. He just jumped on it from the very beginning. The senior captain making a huge play right there. 3rd down for East.
I mean, like you said about the mercy rule, I don't know how long until the refs put it in effect, but if Arlington gets a couple more touchdowns, we might start to see that soon.
5.5 minutes to go here in the first half. Roman Cleary here calling the action for you. Brent Lyons is with me. It's all Arlington here on AHS Tiger Life in the Tigers' home opener after getting mauled by MUS last week. They're returning the favor here to East High in such a crucial game to you get the point. There's no more adjectives that I can even use at this point. Tigers are dominating. We'll be right back here on AHS Tiger Life.
It's here, at Arlington Community Schools,
where we thrive on creativity. We take the scattered pieces
to build something great.
We work together to challenge ourselves
and each other, defining who we are and who we want to be.
We rely on technology to learn where we came from,
to see where we're going. We adapt
because we know there's a world of opportunity for all.
We thrive under pressure
to make our future great.
We are Arlington.
Think,
create,
achieve.
1 in 3 adults has pre-diabetes. That means it could be you, your dog walker,
On your left.
your cat jogger. With early diagnosis, pre-diabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org.
We are back here on AHS Tiger Life, and there are all sorts of playmakers here for both teams, but the player making a difference is obviously John Davis. He has been all over the field for Arlington. 2 touchdowns, a bunch of yards from scrimmage, both in the air and on the ground. And tonight's Players Making a Difference is sponsored by Arlington Community Schools, ACS. Arlington Community Schools is making a daily difference in children's and students' lives. For more information about Arlington Community Schools, visit ACSK.com. That is ACSK-12.org. And an incomplete pass there for East on 3rd down. So looks like they'll be punting the ball away here, Brent. More of the same.
I mean, we're starting to get used to the same thing here from East. Go for, maybe get a 1st down, kick it off. Arlington comes, scores a touchdown. They're going to need to change the tempo here if they want to get away from this slaughterhouse that it's turning into right now.
I mean, I don't even know if you even want to call it a slaughterhouse. This is just a full-on produce factory. I mean, defensive stop, Arlington touchdown. Defensive stop, Arlington touchdown. This punt is going way up in the air. Doesn't travel very far. Has a good East bounce, though, and this will end up at around the 45-yard line, and Arlington will start in East territory.
I mean, if you think about it, Roman, how long do you think until Arlington starts to bring in that 2nd unit and starts really using those young guys that might have not got as much playing time yet so far?
I mean, I don't know, Brent. I've obviously called a lot of games here on AHS Tiger Life. I'm doing it since sophomore year. I'm a senior now, and I have never seen a game here get out of hand this quickly. Not even the Halls game last year that I did with Farrell. I mean, this is just unbelievable.
I mean, Arlington's still sticking with the starters. They obviously want to keep pushing this pace.
33-0, exactly 5 minutes to go in the first half. Simpson will run it. He's still got it in his hands. He's methodically running still. Elvis Simpson looking like just scrambling all over the field. That's a 1st down for Arlington.
You could tell that was a broken play from Elvis Simpson, and he just ran with it. He He looked for the open field. He found it. As you can see here, he about got tackled the first time. He looked to throw and couldn't find it. But after that, he just was looking for any crevice he could get into. And once he got running, he just was breaking tackles until they took him down.
I mean, you got to really appreciate the blocking that we've seen from Arlington right here. Trey Jones, David Williams, Cade Shivers, Marcel Mills. I mean, this offensive line, it's been retooled, revamped, and it's now looking really, really good early on in the season. As Simpson will throw here again on first down. He's lofting it deep for Gabriel Torres. Incomplete, went right through his hands, and it'll be second down and 10 for Arlington.
Like you were saying about that offensive line, you can tell they were working on that in practice this week, because Elvis, he's been pressured a couple times, but not really to the point of sack or losing that many yards. So they are really hitting hard on that this week.
Well, we're playing on a Thursday night due to a referee shortage, but there is no shortage of offense here tonight for Arlington. I know it is through an incomplete pass there, but I mean, they've just been driving up and down the field. What do you think East has to do to try to at least contain that a little bit here as the game goes on?
I mean, you can tell their defense is tired out there, but if anything, you just have to get Elvis Simpson some pressure. Pressure him and try to get a sack or something.
Speaking of pressure, here's John Davis running the football. That's a lot of pressure for a defense, I bet. He's got a first down and more, and Davis will get inside of the 15, brought down around the 13 to the 12. First down, Arlington.
And as you can see, they handed the ball off to John Davis again.
And Davis is down, and he is not getting up. Well, it looks like Davis is actually limping up here. He was shaken up for a second, but he'll walk off to the sideline there. So it looked bad for a second, but he's all right. He's getting up. He's walked off to the sideline. First down, Arlington from the East 13-yard line. And if they score a touchdown here, get the extra point, it'll be 40-0, Brent. It's not even halftime yet.
I mean, I think if you're Arlington, that injury almost there was a sign to maybe take out the starter soon, maybe give him some rest.
And we got a timeout here in for Arlington. I believe that is their second of the half. Tigers up 33-0 live here on AHS Tiger Life. We'll be right back after this.
It's here at Arlington Community Schools,
where we thrive on creativity. We take the scattered pieces
to build something great.
We work together to challenge ourselves
and each other, defining who we are and who we want to be.
We rely on technology to learn where we came from,
to see where we're going. We adapt
because we know there's a world of opportunity for all.
We thrive under pressure
to make our future great.
We are Arlington.
Think,
create,
achieve.
1 in 3 adults has pre-diabetes. That means it could be you, your dog walker,
On your left.
your cat jogger. With early diagnosis, pre-diabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org.
And we're back here on AHS Tiger Life. Roman Cleary, Brent Lyons here in the booth with you. Tigers up 33-0 over the East High Mustangs. It's been all Arlington, no East so far in this first half, and it does not look to be changing at all at the moment. John Davis went down with a minor injury just a moment ago, but he looks to be okay. But for now, Kylan Spears will come into the ball game. He'll take it himself this time. Kylan Spears into the end zone. Touchdown, Arlington. It's Kylan Spears. That's his first touchdown on the year. And the Tigers are now up 39-0, and an extra point will make them 40-0. We got a little bit of a scrabble here after the play is over. Flags are flying all over the field.
I'm not sure what happened here, but I do know that
it looks like David Williams, the starting center, got into it with somebody. I was focusing on the touchdown, so I didn't exactly see it. Man, it looks like East is getting really chippy out there. They're tired of getting dominated.
Wow, you take John Davis out for one play, and apparently they got a deep running game here. They put someone else in, he immediately scores a touchdown. That's got to say something about the depth of this team.
I mean, check out Kylan Spears on the run here.
He found that opening. He got hit a little, but he just powered through straight into the end zone.
Let's see if this replay shows us exactly what happened here. No. But David Williams got into it with somebody. It looks like he's actually getting tossed. He's run off to the sideline. He might end up getting tossed here if he did something too egregious. I mean, there are obviously going to be penalties here against both teams. I mean, this is just not stuff that you want to see, Brent, especially at the high school level.
Oh, for sure. I mean, being up 40-0, you can't let people get into your head like that. You just got to push on and play. We never like to see that.
Well, there's an unsportsmanlike conduct against David Williams for Arlington. It's against the player for East. They're all going to offset. And we have another timeout. This is stuff now that you not want to see. There's David Williams. He's getting into it with somebody.
It looks like he got into it with his team.
No. He got into it no, you see his team's restraining him there.
Something happened there. I'm not quite sure, but you never like to see that. Got to keep your tempers under control here, especially at high school, like you were saying, Roman.
I mean, like one of the things that is really emphasized here in high school sports is, sportsmanship and leadership. And it looks like we're going to get some ejections here. You see the referee with a little bit of a notepad in his hands. We're going to be getting some ejections here, Brent.
This is crazy. Being up 39-0 and getting an ejection, you never want that.
Yeah. But Jacob DeShields will be kicking this extra point now after what just transpired a moment ago with the fight. We've had a bobbled snap and a missed extra point from DeShields himself, so we'll see if he's able to knock this one through here, Brent, and it looks like he will. It's 40-0 Arlington, 3:22 to go in the first half. I mean, Brent, what an onslaught we've just seen here tonight. But we'll be right back here on AHS Tiger Life. Tigers up 40-0, 3:22 to go in the first half.
My mom actually was a nurse at St. Jude. She would come home and tell us the stories of all the children that she got to work with on a daily basis. We were taught and raised that we all exist here on this planet to benefit others. That's how my wife and I feel when we give to St. Jude every month. Our giving is right up there with our mortgage. That's the priority that we put on giving to St. Jude.
Today I'm going to talk to you about physics. Come on in, girls. Let's go. This is the first rocket to get humans to Mars.
Really tall.
I'm a rocket structural engineer, designing and building parts of the rocket. You are the generation that will be stepping foot on Mars. Do I have a group of astronauts on my hands?
Yes.
We are back here on AHS Tiger Life. Arlington up 40-0 as East is set to return this one here. Oh, what a hit. That's Jaron White again. He's been making impact on special teams and defensively. This man has just a nose for the football, hitting everyone he sees like a rocket. I mean, again, Brent, this special teams work, like you just mentioned earlier, is getting a lot done here tonight.
Yes, sir. And if you realize, they are still 40-0 with 3:12 left in the second quarter, giving everything on defense, offense, and special teams. It's really good to see if you're an Arlington coaching staff.
And there are still 3 minutes and 12 seconds to go in this first half alone. I mean, we're not even halfway through this game yet. And Arlington has just put this to bed already. It's basically all about just finishing out the game at this point. And it's weird to be saying that late in the second quarter out of all places.
You never usually see it this early, but tonight we are. It's crazy.
We have a new quarterback in there for East High. It's going to be Xavier Herron, the sophomore, in there. See if they're going to be trying something new, but I believe East got a false start penalty right there once again. They'll move back 5. Just complete discombobulation for East.
I guess you can see East is trying to go with something new before Arlington does. I guess they can see the light, if you will, at the end of the tunnel and trying to get their sophomore some reps in.
Herron will throw. It's his first pass of the game. He's got a completion here. I believe this is actually Kenji Lewis, who's now at wide receiver. Here's Lewis. He's got a first down and more. It's actually kind of exciting to call a play on that for East, and they'll get a first down.
One of the first real plays we've been able to call for East getting down the field. I mean, Kenji Lewis, we thought he was done, but he came in at wide receiver, playing quarterback and kicker, now wide receiver. This man is doing it all for East right now.
I mean, this man has thrown the ball. He has run the ball. He has punted the ball. He has caught the ball. Kenji Lewis is Mr. Do-It-All for the East High Mustangs. This is unbelievable work here from the senior. But Herron will throw this ball here, and it's almost intercepted. Arlington had the jump on it. Jacob Tidwell almost made the play, but he just couldn't quite hold on to the football. And that'll be second down and 10 for East.
This sophomore is getting his taste of this Arlington defense, who is not letting up at all, almost coming up with that interception. This defense is still hanging on, even with some maybe fresher faces to tonight's game in.
Second and 10, 2:30 to go in the first half. East is trying to get their first points on the board. High snap, Herron the throw. He's going out to his left, he'll run. Xavier Herron down the sideline. He's got a gain of 5. Third down and 5 coming up for East High.
I mean, I don't know if you can say this really, but if anything, East is, I guess, kind of getting that offense going. They're at least moving down the field 2 plays in a row. I mean, I guess that's a bright spot right now for them.
Excuse me, it's Xavier Herron, not Xavier. Xavier Herron, who's in at quarterback at the moment. Third down coming up for Arlington. You hear the music pumping up a little bit, trying to get this crowd all fired up, but even when your team is the one that's up 40-0, I don't think it's all that easy to be engaged in a 40-0 football game. Fumble. We got a fumble. The ball's out here. It's still loose, and it looks like Arlington's got on top of it here. At the first glance, it looked like Arlington recovered, but no. It looks like East has actually recovered this. It'll be fourth down.
I can't quite. Was that their quarterback?
It was Kenji Lewis recovering the fumble now.
Kenji Lewis, literally when we say he's doing everything.
You've got to be kidding me.
He is doing everything.
Throwing the ball, catching the ball, rushing the ball, punting the ball, and now even recovering a fumble of the football. This man is unbelievable.
I mean, even down 40-0, you could still find a little broad spot in East's game, and it's Kenji Lewis, who has not given up even at the 5 positions he's played tonight.
Fourth down and 3 from the Arlington 45-yard line, or the East 45-yard line. It's a little bit of a fake here. Chris Carter's got a first down and more. Nice trick play there from East, first down.
I mean, East, they're starting to move the ball a little more. Maybe this quarterback switch was a good move here. They're starting to get the ball downfield a little more. Maybe we'll see it result in a touchdown.
I mean, getting Kenji Lewis, a little bit more out wide, maybe helping them out a little bit. Putting him in like all sorts of skill positions instead of just playing quarterback.
You can tell he is the heart and soul of this team. He is doing everything to make sure they get in this game.
We have just a little over a minute left until the halftime break hits. Xavier Herron is still in at quarterback for the Mustangs. We have less than a minute to go now. Herron will throw. Pressure coming in. Throwing deep for Kenji Lewis. It's caught! Kenji Lewis, he's got down to the 20-yard line. Caught it over 3 or 4 Tiger defenders. First down East once again. Let's see if they're going to get on the board here before half.
I mean, what more can we say? We've been saying it for like the past 6 plays. Kenji Lewis has not stopped making plays in this game no matter where he's playing from. Look at that catch on 3 Tiger defenders, and then it took a really hard tackle to take him down.
I mean, you got a feel for Ty Matthews. He just had a really, really challenging game in the secondary. Gave up 1 catch earlier to Christopher Bailey. Now one to the quarterback, Kenji Lewis. Low snap. Herron's got a chase for it. He's still got it on the run after recovering it. Xavier Herron crushed in between the bodies of 2 Tigers right there. The combination of Jordan Batts and Jacob Tidwell was too much for him to handle, and it'll be second down.
And we're finally starting to see it slow down a little. They had a couple plays in a row where they kept getting down the field, but you can see maybe they're starting to get tired a little. That snap was very low, rolled past the quarterback.
We have another timeout here. This is actually going to be East's last timeout of the half with 15.8 seconds to go in the first half until the halftime break hits.
I mean, if you're East right now, you got 15 seconds left. I don't know if you go for a field goal just to get points or if you run it you try to run it right at the end zone, but you're going to have to get something on the board here.
I mean, this is definitely a throwing situation here. But, Brant, tell us all about the network that we are broadcasting on right now, AHS Tiger Life, as we're in this timeout.
Tonight's game is brought to you by AHSTigerLife.com. Go to AHSTigerLife.com to see student-produced, student-directed videos, podcasts, and live streams just like tonight's game. For the last 3 years, AHS Tiger Life has made student career-ready films, videos, journalism, and publicity. Visit AHSTigerLife.com for more.
I mean, what more can you say? Look at what AHS Tiger Life is giving you right now. This is a full-fledged professional presentation that we are putting on here right now. Multiple cameras all around the field. You got some in the end zones. You got me and Brent up here in the booth. What more could you ask for? All that and more. We are like social media innovation, articles on the website, ahstigerlife.com. It's your all needs for everything media here in Arlington High School. Almost intercepted right there. Herron throwing that one, fading away of sorts. Be 3rd down and 18.
We have 9.4 seconds left in the half. I'm not sure what East is going to try to pull out here, but you really have to hit hard on trying to get points on the board down 40-0 right now.
I mean, 9.4 seconds. If East is somehow, though, Brent, able to score a touchdown here, how much of a boost do you think that would be for them heading into the halftime break?
I mean, getting a touchdown going into halftime would certainly be big, but being down 40-7 still wouldn't even scratch the surface of what they need to do to get back into this game.
I mean, it basically has to be a perfect storm for them to win the game at this point, but you still want to see East playing competitive football as we go on here. Herron just going to toss this up for Kenji Lewis. Nothing happened there. Rip Pittman is all over it. Be 4th down and 18, and I believe that's going to run the clock out. Yes, it will. That is halftime, everybody. Arlington up 40-0 at the halftime break. I mean, Brent, what a showing that the Tigers just put on here.
Oh, you couldn't have asked for a better half coming off of Arlington's getting destroyed last week against MUS. This was the perfect half they needed to set themselves up well.
Well, we will be right back for more at halftime after this. AHSTigerLife.com, Arlington up 40-0 here on Memphis East.
Oh, look, a redhead.
Staring contest.
You still got it. I know.
Come alive with the forest.
The dad was cute.
You were looking right at us.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
I'll see you later. Okay.
So Dr. Pui is the best of the leukemia doctors at St. Jude. We very quickly found out how much he loves his patients. One of our first visits with Dr. Pui, he was kind of running through the protocol and naming off all the medications. And he said, but don't worry, you don't pay that, St. Jude pays that. Just to think, like, and what if they didn't?
One in 3 adults has pre-diabetes. That means it could be you, your dog walker,
On your left.
your cat jogger. With early diagnosis, pre-diabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Okay, Dad. 1, 2, 3. You saved me. Dad?
Are you okay?
I'm fine, dear.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back here on AHS Tiger Life, and right now we want to tell you about the Sunrise Spotlights of the Half, brought to you by Sunrise Builder Supply. Located right here in Arlington off of Highway 70, Sunrise Builder Supplies has all of your lumber and housing needs. Be sure to visit what Sunrise Builder Supplies has to offer for you and your home. Call 867-8919 for much more information. That is Sunrise Builder Supplies. Sunrise Builder Supplies right here in Arlington, Tennessee. Brent, tell us about all these replays and these spotlights that are going on right now.
I mean, most of these plays are just great testaments to the defense by Arlington. You can see here the interception recovered for the fumble, and this looks to be one of the run by Elvis here, number 2 for Arlington High School, the quarterback, who just is always looking for places to run. I mean, if anything, these spotlights are telling you how well this team has worked all together and getting the ball into the end zone. You've barely seen any flaws from this Arlington team. Running, passing, special teams, defense, it's been all in play tonight for Arlington.
I mean, it's just been nothing but domination. I mean, it's been nothing but spotlight after spotlight after spotlight. Here's a play from Xavier Herron, even though that's a nice play right there from Kenji Lewis. So there were some spotlights for East, the main one being Kenji Lewis. I mean, watch this one right here.
Kenji Lewis just doing everything. If there was a spotlight of the game for East, it would be Kenji Lewis. He is keeping them, if you will, in this game. Not really, but they are staying in.
40-0 here. This early on in the game at halftime. I mean, some teams don't even score 40 points in an entire game. Arlington up 40-0 though. We'll be right back here on AHS Tiger Life. Roman Cleary, Brent Lyons with you.
It's here at Arlington Community Schools,
where we thrive on creativity. We take the scattered pieces
to build something great.
We work together to challenge ourselves
And each other, defining who we are and who we want to be.
We rely on technology to learn where we came from,
To see where we're going, we adapt.
because we know there's a world of opportunity for all
We thrive under pressure.
to make our future great.
We are Arlington.
think,
Create.
Achieve.
Roll over. Chance high five. All right.
When you adopt a shelter pet, you discover all the things that make them unique. And your mother and... I am totally a hot person. Right, guys? Thanks for being honest. They're a little bit of a lot of things, but they're all pure love. Adopt pure love at theshelterpetproject.org.
I know what you're thinking. I need a job. I need a new career.
Well, I've been there.
I've been there.
I've been there. I wasn't happy with what I was doing.
After high school, I didn't have a plan.
I just wanted to start working. I got laid off twice, but you gotta keep going.
You just need the right skills. Find an apprenticeship.
I found a 2-year IT program.
I found a medical course online.
I'm now a consultant in the tech space.
You have more options than you think. You can do this.
You will find something.
You will find something new.
They said it couldn't be done. They said it was impossible.
To offer help to all the children of the world, regardless of race, creed, or economic status.
This place has really shown us the strength of what can happen when so many people work together as one.
It's here at Arlington Community Schools,
where we thrive on creativity. We take the scattered pieces
to build something great.
We work together to challenge ourselves
And each other, defining who we are and who we want to be.
We rely on technology to learn where we came from,
To see where we're going, we adapt.
because we know there's a world of opportunity for all
We thrive under pressure.
to make our future great.
We are Arlington.
Think, create,
Achieve.
Roll over. Chance high five. All right.
When you adopt a shelter pet, you discover all the things that make them unique. And your mother and... I am totally a hat person. Right, guys? Thanks for being honest. They're a little bit of a lot of things, but they're all pure love. Adopt pure love at theshelterpetproject.org.
I know what you're thinking. I need a job. I need a new career.
Well, I've been there.
I've been there.
I've been there. I wasn't happy with what I was doing.
After high school, I didn't have a plan.
I just wanted to start working. I got laid off twice, but you gotta keep
You
going.
just need the right skills. Find an
Okay, Dad. 1, 2, 3. You saved me. Dad?
Are you okay?
I'm fine, dear.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
Jason, let's go see your room.
That's not right. How was it? Is it good?
My mom actually was a nurse at St. Jude. She would come home and tell us the stories of all the children that she got to work with on a daily basis. We were taught and raised that we all exist here on this planet to benefit others. That's how my wife and I feel when we give to St. Jude every month. Our giving is right up there with our mortgage. That's the priority that we put on giving to St. Jude.
Today I'm going to talk to you about physics. Come on in, girls. Let's go. This is the first rocket to get humans to Mars.
Really tall.
I'm a rocket structural engineer, designing and building parts of the rocket. You are the generation that will be stepping foot on Mars. Do I have a group of astronauts on my hands?
Yes.
You can become a rocket scientist or whatever else you want to be.
1 in 3 adults has pre-diabetes. That means it could be you, your dog walker,
On your left.
your cat jogger. With early diagnosis, pre-diabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org.
I can't express how much I appreciate every single thing that St. Jude has done. You never know when you could be that determining factor to save the next child's life. 1,000,000 thank yous wouldn't be enough.
And we are back here on AHS Tiger Life. It is still halftime, about 5 minutes out from the second half. Here, Arlington up 40-0, and we're going to once again take a look at our Arlington Community Schools player making a difference, John Davis here, Brent.
I mean, you look at these plays that John Davis has cooked up for us tonight. I mean, he has just been unstoppable in the running game. He has done everything running-wise for Arlington. I think 2 touchdowns. He has a bunch of yards. I can't even keep up with how many yards he has. He's broken a bunch of tackles. He's getting into the open field. He's doing everything for this Arlington running game.
I mean, John Davis is certainly a player making a difference. I mean, there are all sorts of players making a difference all around, not on just the football field or the basketball court, but all over Arlington Community Schools, which is why they are sponsoring this segment here. ACS is making, once again, a daily difference in your child's daily life. For more information, visit acsk-12.org. We'll be right back here on AHS Tiger Life.
My son is 10. He has brain tumor, and he's fighting for his life. We are so amazed by St. Jude. We don't have to pay, and we don't have to worry. The most important thing is his life. This really helps us so much. I really respect people who donate. Tommy can have a second chance. We as a family can have a second chance. So I'm very grateful.
When you adopt a shelter pet, you discover all the things that make them unique. And your mother. They're a little bit of a lot of things, but they're all pure love.
Jason, let's go see your room.
No, that's not right. How was it? Is it good?
I can't express how much I appreciate every single thing that St. Jude has done. You never know when you could be that determining factor to save the next child's life. 1,000,000 thank yous wouldn't be enough.
Okay, Dad. 1, 2, 3. You saved me. Dad?
Are you okay?
I'm fine, dear. Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
We have less than 2 minutes to go until the second half of play, and Arlington, just like they are right here, have charged into this contest 40-0. They are up at the moment in a very, very dominant fashion. And Brent, as we head into the second half of play, what are the objectives for both Arlington and East?
I think Arlington just needs to keep doing what they're doing, working hard to get the game, get this game over with. I think East needs to work on just getting points on the board, stopping this Arlington offense and getting back at this Arlington defense.
And as we get deeper into this game and all that, you once again have to wonder when Arlington they're gonna start breaking out some of these backups, some of these newer players that we haven't exactly seen before, some of the younger Tigers that could have potentially be huge stars for them in the future.
I mean, I think the smart move would be to bring them in to start the half, see how they adapt to like a 0-0 mentality to start the half coming out. But we'll see what the Arlington coaching staff chooses to do here.
Well, we have less than a minute to go. It looks to me that Arlington, they're going to be receiving the second half kickoff. East got it first, and I already know that, you know, this game is virtually over, but at the same time, like, it's still huge that you get the ball first to start the second half when you're already up 40-0.
I mean, getting the ball to start the second half just shows maybe another reason to put those younger Tigers in to see what they can do, give the offense, maybe a younger quarterback, a chance to show what he's got and see if you have some maybe gems in your offense and line just starting off this half.
Yeah, because honestly, the most important thing from here on out for Arlington is just avoiding injuries and just trying to play it as safe as possible. They're going to win this game and move up to 1-1 on the season. That much is obvious already. We'll most likely have a running clock for the entire second half here, the mercy rule, which is almost certainly going to be put into effect at this point.
And like you said, nothing you want to see like injuries or anything like that, especially up 40-0 with a whole half left to play. You got to keep these guys healthy.
I mean, we've already seen a fight take place here. Who knows what can happen? It's not just like football injuries, but other stuff that can happen, such as like a fight breaking out. You do not want that kind of thing happening, especially with your starters when you're up by this many points.
Doesn't matter how much you're up by, it's still a football game.
Well, we have 3 minutes to go here until the second half begins. It's been pushed back just a little bit here. Just what a What a dominant game this has been. There's just not much else to say. The domination.
Yeah, and I think
Arlington.
I think if you're Arlington, I mean, this has to be a momentum boost for you guys. Even if you came in thinking you were going to beat East, coming in and starting the first half as dominantly as you did really gives Arlington a boost of confidence. Maybe heading into this game against Bartlett, seeing what they can do when they're not worried about the things around them and just focus straight on the game.
And so with the delay, we'll be right back here on AHS Tiger Life. Arlington up 40-0. The second half kickoff is next.
It's here at Arlington Community Schools,
where we thrive on creativity. We take the scattered pieces
to build something great.
We work together to challenge ourselves
and each other, defining who we are and who we want to be.
We rely on technology to learn where we came from,
to see where we're going. We adapt
because we know there's a world of opportunity for all.
We thrive under pressure
to make our future great.
We are Arlington.
Think,
create,
achieve.
1 in 3 adults has pre-diabetes. That means it could be you, your dog walker,
On your left.
your cat jogger. With early diagnosis, pre-diabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org.
All right, we're back here on AHS Tiger Life. We are a minute out from the kickoff, and for those of you wondering in the chat, because I know there was somebody, the AHS Tiger Life, the AHS Tiger Band, excuse me, they didn't play tonight because they have competitions going on. They don't want anyone seeing or trying to scout them out here. So unfortunately, we will not be able to show them during the halftime break until their competitions are over. And speaking of competitions and being over, this one is almost certainly over here. Arlington up 40-0 as we head into the second half. And Brent, I think it's just all about just player management at this point now if you're Arlington.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Like we talked about a little bit earlier, getting the guys in that haven't got as many reps, seeing what they can do, keeping players from getting hurt, getting into fights as we've seen. That's really important right now up 40-0.
And I think another thing to watch for is we obviously saw Kenji Lewis shine at times a little bit for East throughout that first half. So one interesting thing for me is that how hard is he going to at least try to fight to get East back in this game?
I mean, I think as we've seen for East, he is obviously the big player for this team on all aspects of the ball. I would wonder if they would even put him back in, seeing how much of a slaughter this has turned into, if you even put him in the second half.
I mean, you see him out there right now. He's even playing kickoff. I don't even think East has kicked the ball off yet. I haven't even noticed that. They haven't even kicked the ball off yet. And looks like they're going to switch the field here. Each team was on the wrong side of play. So we're going to see East's kickoff unit for the first time ever. And, I mean, is Kenji Lewis actually about to kick the ball off here?
This is insane. It just adds to the list that is ongoing of positions he's played tonight.
Oh, my goodness. He's actually about to kick off the football. What can this man not do? I mean, no matter the score, he might just be the best pure football player on the field tonight if you really think about it.
Oh, the amount of positions he's played, the ways that his coach has just thrown him in random places and let him at it is insane.
There he is. He's going to kick an onside kick here. Arlington will recover it easily. So they'll get the ball at around midfield. And no Elvis Simpson. It's going to be Grant Buchanan coming in at quarterback for Arlington. The man who we thought was going to be the starter. At least it looked like Buchanan was coming in. They may actually put in Simpson again.
If they do start Simpson, we will wonder when do they rest the starters, as we talked about. When are they going to bring them out?
Yep, it's Grant Buchanan, the man who we thought last year was going to end up being the starter this season. But then Coach Shivers came in, was able to get Elvis Simpson to transfer here from Bolton. So he ended up as a starting quarterback, which means we have the junior Grant Buchanan here as the backup option. He's got Kylan Spears with him as the tailback. He had a touchdown in the first half, and he'll get it here. Spears on the carry. He's got 5. He's got 10 and more. First down, Kylan Spears down the sideline. Kylan Spears 20, 10, 5. No, that brought down at the 6. First down and goal for Arlington. They got backups in, but guess what? It just doesn't matter. The Tigers are still out there making plays.
The amount of depth that Arlington has showed here tonight, especially in the running game, is insane. Kylan Spears, first play of the game from scrimmage for this half. He's busted out for 40 yards on the drive.
Well, it'll be first down and goal for Arlington inside of the East 10-yard line. They have it on the 8-yard line. He was actually brought down to around the 6, but I guess he stepped out a little bit before that. Here is Buchanan, first and goal. He'll give it right back to Spears. Kylan Spears barging up the middle. He's down to the 2, maybe down to the 1. It'll be second down and goal.
I like this younger unit that they're going with, trying to work the guys who haven't played as much. It's working so far. They're putting East on their toes early, and it's working.
I mean, it looks like Arlington's about to go up 47-0 to start out the second half. Just continue this onslaught. How many points do you think they could get to at this rate?
I mean, I don't even want to put a number on it. It could get really high. I mean, I can't even put a number on how much they could score here.
Second down and goal from the 2. Spears for the third straight play. He's in! Touchdown Arlington! It's Kylan Spears for the second time tonight. And the Tigers are up 46-0 just like that, Brent.
I mean, 4 rushing touchdowns so far this game. 2 from Davis and 2 from Spears. That is incredible. Their running game is unstoppable right now.
I mean, if I had gotten blown out the week before, I don't know if there's any better way to bounce back than this.
I mean, so far a shutout, and it's 46, probably about to be 47-0. You're right. I don't think if they could ask for anything better as a bounce back.
I mean, I think this is very reminiscent of 2016 when the Steelers, they got blown out by the Philadelphia Eagles in Philadelphia. A rookie Carson Wentz on that team. And then the very next week, they return home and face a red-hot Kansas City Chiefs team, and they just blow them out of the water. Steelers went on to make it all the way to the AFC Championship game that year. We'll see if the Tigers have any sort of championship aspirations as the year goes on. This is actually Ethan Ford to kick the extra point, and he knocks it through. Arlington up 47-0.
The score just keeps rising for Arlington, and East just has to figure out how to stop him, or this game is going to get uglier and uglier.
And the only negative thing about this for me is that, Brent and I up here, we're just running out of things to say. We could say that Arlington's performance has been monumental, spectacular, amazing, astonishing. There are all sorts of different adjectives that you can use to describe how the Tigers have been tonight. But ultimately, it's just an onslaught, a manslaughter, really. That's the ultimate, resolution of all of this. And yes, we are on a running clock. The mercy rule is definitely in effect at this point.
If anything, we hope that they can just keep this up going into Bartlett, because if they can keep this up going into the Bartlett, it's going to be a really good game.
Well, Bartlett, no offense to East, but Bartlett they're simply just going to be a tougher test for this Arlington team next week. Like I mentioned before, Bartlett walked in to Arlington's football stadium last week and blew them out of the water 36-7. So we'll see if Arlington's able to bounce back from last year's debacle. Chris Carter stepped out of bounds there for East, so the Mustangs will take possession of wherever the referees are going to mark him.
I believe it around the 18-yard line.
Yeah, you could be right there. So the story here for East, what exactly are they going to do with Kenji Lewis in this half?
I mean, what can't he do? You can literally put him anywhere, and he will find a way to make an impact on the ball. I think that is the most important thing to know out of any player here. I mean, sure, Davis has had a great game. Spears both have 2 touchdowns, but he has gone everywhere and seemed to have, even though they're down, they don't have any points, he seemed to have thrived in every position he's played at.
I mean, he's been mossing defenders as a wide receiver. He's been running all over the field as both a quarterback and a running back. He's been kicking the ball as both a punter and a kickoff specialist. There's really not much that he cannot do at this point. He's in motion here on this play. And he's got the football, and he'll throw it up. He's got a wide open man down the field, and Christopher Bailey. Oh, the stone hands right there from Bailey. He cannot bring it down. And that's going to be incomplete. 2nd and 10. That just describes East Knight perfectly.
Yeah, I mean, no better testament. Arlington got beat on the play. I don't think they knew exactly what was happening. Wide open for number 8, and he just couldn't convert. That was their best shot at a touchdown right there, and they just missed it.
I mean, it's really been a series of unfortunate events for Christopher Bailey tonight. He got shook out of his shoes by John Davis earlier on in the game. He's had a couple of miscues on defense, and now just drops the football right there. That would have given East a huge play, put him in Arlington territory, perhaps got him closer to scoring their first points on the night. I mean, imagine if they get shut out here, they would have to start out the season with only 6 offensive points because they only scored 6 last week. Now, they could surpass that here with a touchdown and the next one at any point, but there's no evidence to suggest that that's going to happen anytime soon as Herron goes relatively nowhere on 2nd down and 10.
I mean, if you're East, you just got to keep pushing, try to get closer to Arlington territory. Really, they look shorthanded playing players on offense and defense. You just really got to find what works and try to go with it. But right now, nothing seems to be working.
47-0, 3rd down and 10 here for East. The running clock is definitely helping the 3rd quarter wind down. Already 4.5 minutes to go until the final period of play. I believe the clock has not stopped at all so far. Well, kind of jinxed it because we have a timeout here, timeout for East.
I mean, running clock helping Arlington, not really helping East. I'm sure East wants to get this game in their rear view as quickly as possible because it's not getting any better right now. Arlington, however, is going to definitely try to keep this one going. 47-0 is no easy feat, no matter what the team is.
Like, but my question is that, like, even if it's like a bad formation or a bad play, what's the point of calling a timeout there if you're East? I mean, you've lost the game. It's 47-0. It's a win-win, honestly, for both teams to just get out of here at this point.
I mean, East, I guess you're giving your players time to rest, but you're giving Arlington time to rest, and they're up 47-0. They have nothing to lose at this point.
Well, we were on a running clock, but East just called their first time out of the half, so we have stopped the clock for the first time here in the 3rd quarter. 4:26 to go until the 4th.
You can start to see Arlington starting to bring in more of that backup kind of roster, trying to feel out some more of who they have, starting to bring in some new faces that we haven't seen as much in this game.
Yeah, the defensive 2nd unit right there. Lights are looking very, very bright here on a Thursday night as the Arlington Tigers are up 47-0 over the East High Mustangs. I'm Roman Cleary. Joining me is Brent Lyons. 3rd and 6 here for East. We have a motion man here once again. We have Xavier Herron throwing deep. It's caught. Kenji Lewis is gone. 30, 25-20, 10-5. Touchdown East. Oh, my. They're finally on the board. Kenji Lewis. Who else would it be? Easily scoring the touchdown there. Memphis East is finally on the board. The shutout is over. I mean, wow.
I mean, if anyone deserved to score that ball, it was definitely Lewis. The way he's been working all night, he deserved that catch, and he made them work there. Arlington got a little sloppy in the backfield, and he made them pay.
I mean, I don't know if there's anyone who's ever deserved to score a touchdown more in his entire life at this point than Kenji Lewis. And now look at him. He's out there. He's about to hold this extra point attempt. Is that like, what, 6 different positions that he has played tonight?
At least 6.
Oh, wait, it looks like they're actually going to go for 2. I don't blame them.
Any points you can get, I guess.
Here's Herron. A handoff to Chris Carter, and Arlington's all over it. Jacob Tidwell on the tackle. I mean, Brent, take a look at this touchdown here, though, Brent.
Look at this. Number 18, sophomore quarterback. He looks like he's running. He gets taken down. This is actually the...
Yeah, it looked like... I thought we were about to see the touchdown there.
Hoping to see the touchdown play here. Maybe not. But anyways, getting that touchdown, I mean, even if you're down by 41 still, I would consider that a boost for them. just being able to get on the board in this, what has been a terrible game for them.
The clock continues to run here. We're under 3 minutes to go until the fourth quarter. East just got their first points on the night, matching their total from last week against Fairleigh. 6 points last week, and so far for them, 6 points this week on an absolute miracle of a play on a touchdown from Kenji Lewis. I mean, what has he not done? I say it over and over again, but how many times can you say it before he just stops?
I've gotten in a routine of checking to make sure he's not out on the field for special teams.
But he is on the field. He's actually going to kick this ball again, it looks like. And he might actually be trying for another onside.
We'll see if he has any better luck this one than he did on the last one.
Yep, another onside kick. Easily recovered by Arlington. Believe that is Michael Krieger that's all over it. Here's the replay,
This
though.
should be the touchdown. Look at that. He launches it straight into his hands, made a nice jumping catch, and he was straight running to the races. He did not want to slow down. He had his target, and he was locked on it. That was a great catch, throw, and touchdown there by East.
I mean, and you got to credit the throw there from Xavier Herron as well, putting the ball in that perfect spot for Kenji Lewis to just go up and get it.
You don't see it too often where a quarterback throws to another quarterback for a touchdown, but when you do, it's pretty fun.
Well, here comes Grant Buchanan in this Tiger offense once again. No Elvis Simpson for the rest of the night. I'm assuming there's going to be no John Davis either. No starters at all on the offensive side of the football for the rest of the night, if I had to assume. We have a jet sweep here. This is Ryan Irving, the senior. He'll lose a yard. Second down and 11 coming up, and I believe that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter.
If I had to guess, Arlington would not be in any rush to throw this ball, run the ball, or anything here. If I had to guess, they just wait it out here and get the fourth quarter started.
Yeah. So we'll see how it goes, and if anyone's able to stand out here, this Tigers backup unit, they might actually run a play here. They will. Buchanan hands to Spears because who else is the hot hand right now? Kylan Spears is easily brought down that time. Good track down right there from Charles Williams, and that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter. Arlington up 47-6. East got on the board with a huge Kenji Lewis touchdown. I believe that's the end of the third. The referees are talking about something here. Yes, that's the end of the third. We'll be right back here on AHS Tiger Light. The fourth quarter is underway next.
Hey world, I have a quick message. It's about safe driving. All right, let's go. Anytime you're driving, have the seatbelt buckled tight. Both hands on the wheel and your phone out of sight. When not in your hand trying to text somebody back. Because if you do, your car might get smacked. The moral of the story, just put your phone down. The people on the road will stay safe and sound. Put your phone down, put your phone down. People on the road will stay safe and sound. Yeah.
Staring contest! You still got it. I know.
Come alive with the forest. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
We are back here on AHS Tiger Life, and to start out the fourth quarter, we're going to take a look at a man who has really emerged as a star here for Arlington in this second half especially. That's Kylan Spears. Here's the John Davis injury. He didn't seal the field at all after that, but Brent, tell us what happened after that.
I mean, we see Kylan Spears come in, and he just lit it up. He ran for another touchdown to make his second on the day. He did not stop running. He kept going. He broke some tackles, crossed up some defenders, scored 2 touchdowns, and I think he's going to go home tonight really happy with what he's done.
Well, if I have to correct that, his name is Kylan Spears, not Kenjin or whatever it is he said. Grant Buchanan in at a quarterback. He's going to flip it here to his receiver. And East is all over it that time. Cole Leptrad had no chance. The ball's out here. The ball is out, and I think East is on top of it. I think East got on top of it first. Yes, they did. Arlington will turn the football over. Cole Leptrad fumbles the football. Here's the play here,
Look
Brent.
at this play again. He runs into the backfield, and then East swarmed him, and I think he's trying to get down, but East just ripped it right out of his hands. That was a really good defensive play by East. They're showing a little bit of heart here at the end, but it's probably all but over here for East.
But hey, you have to at least be happy with the fact that East they're just not giving up. No matter what the score is or how bad it gets, East High, these Mustangs, they are going to fight till the very end. You say they're a basketball school, they say they don't care.
They're going to try hard every night, and that is what we always like to see, even in a blowout. Even these teams that only score 1 touchdown all game, they're trying hard, and that's what makes the football game good.
We'll see what East is able to do after the crazy Kenji Lewis touchdown last time. Herron throwing deep. I believe that's Lewis. It is Kenji Lewis in open field. He's still going. Lewis breaking tackles. He's inside of the 5. First down and goal for East. This man is unstoppable. Like, no one can stop him. He's faster, he's stronger, and he's more agile than seemingly every defender on Arlington's defense.
Lewis has not stopped all night. Look at this replay. Another good pass from the quarterback, number 18. Lewis caught that ball, crossed up a couple of defenders, then he broke a tackle and got all the way down to about the 4-yard line before going down. Another great play.
I understand this is mostly Arlington's second unit in the game, but Kenji Lewis is still putting on an absolute wreck. And now he's going to take it himself on the QB sneak. That's an East touchdown. So the Mustangs are now on the board for the second time here. It's going to be 47-12 once they adjust the score. So East is at least topped their score from last week.
Look at this QB sneak. He gets the ball, and they just push him on in for his second touchdown of the night. Now he has a rushing and receiving touchdown.
I mean, it's unheard of on any football level to score on a QB sneak from 4 yards out. Like, have you ever heard of that before?
I have not. All the football I've watched, I've never seen it.
Lewis will throw here for the extra point attempt for 2. Not going to happen. Christopher Bailey nearly came down with it. Just couldn't quite do it. The running clock will continue here as the Tigers are still winning this very handedly.
I mean, how many times can you say in a 3-play stint that a guy played 3 different positions? First, he caught the ball, then he ran the ball, and then he threw the ball to try to get the 2-point conversion.
And he's played like 5 or 6 different positions. Let's try to come up with all of them. He's been a quarterback. He was passing the ball. He's come out as a wide receiver, as a running back, as a kickoff specialist, as a punter. And I think he was set up to hold the extra point for East just a moment ago. Like, he's literally done everything you can possibly do as an offensive player. Everything.
And he's back out there again?
You know he'll be out there for doing something. He's going to kick the ball off again. He may try another onside kick.
Well, everything he's doing, he is having a spectacular game nonetheless.
Ain't that the truth? Even in a huge loss like this, Kenji Lewis is never failing to leave his spark and shine on this contest.
The one bright spot of the game for East, not a doubt, has been him.
He'll try another onside here. Arlington's actually struggling with this, but I think they do recover it. Yes, they do. It's a recovery there for Arlington right there. Jonathan Elliott, he struggled, but he did get on top of it. It'll be first down for Grant Buchanan in the Tiger offense in just a moment.
I mean, we'll see what
And as this drive commences, we're going to listen in on the sounds of the game here at Arlington High School, sponsored by your Arlington Tiger Band.
Kylan Spears on the carry. Xavier Herron, quarterback Kylan on the tackle for East. Spears again on the carry. Joseph Torres on the tackle. Release. Go down right. Spears again, short of hand on the ball. Tackle made by number 3, Williams.
Tiger Life. We are back here on AHS Tiger Life. Those were the sounds of the game brought to you tonight by our Arlington High School Tiger Band. The Arlington Tiger Band, as part of the AHS PAVE Academy, is an award-winning program including national recognition for being one of 2021's best communities for musical education. For more information, visit ahstigerband.com. That is ahstigerband.com. And while the sounds of the game were playing, Brent, Kylan Spears just continues to put on a show here.
I mean, they're running the ball. They're getting plays going. They're doing a great job of just keeping the run game going. I mean, at this point, they're just trying to run out the clock.
Here is Buchanan. Right back to Spears again, because why not? And he'll barge right over defenders, but barely get anything. It'll be second down and long. So, Brent, as this game comes to a close here, how do you think it will be like for Arlington to go into their Bartlett matchup next week with this kind of momentum?
I mean, I think they have to keep the same energy coming into this week as they did last week. The defense they came in with was incredible. The offense that they ran, incredible again. I think they have to come in with that kind of attitude and fix the little flaws that they had so that they can be competitive in this game with Bartlett next week.
Here's Buchanan throwing it deep, and it is, I believe that's intercepted. Yes, it is. What a play right there by Anthony Campbell. Wow. Buchanan tried to throw it deep. He had a man one-on-one down the field that he was trying to get it to Beckham Dees right there, but he just couldn't quite get it to him, and it was an interception from Anthony Campbell.
You can see the second unit of Arlington kind of getting a little worn out there, starting to make a couple more mistakes, but I mean, this is a learning process for them at this point. You got to...
Like, what an incredible interception. The ball tipped multiple times right there.
I mean, he was on the ground and the ball fell right in his lap. That was, you were right, that was a great interception right there.
And I believe that will almost certainly be the last time we see the Arlington offense out there tonight, considering the running clock. For those of you that are just tuning in, it's been a massacre. Arlington up 47-12. I'm Roman Cleary, Brent Lyons here with you. We're just about to wrap this one up as Arlington heads into its next matchup next week here on AHS Tiger Life. Arlington hosting Bartlett at home for the second straight year. Last year it didn't go so well for them. Arlington lost that game 36-7, but with this kind of newfound energy that they have here after winning a big game like this tonight, it could end up being a different story next week.
Oh, we would hope so. Clearly what we've seen from Arlington shows signs of life and that they have something in them that can keep them in games. They just have to show it. They showed it here against East tonight. We'll hope that they can show it against Bartlett next week.
We actually have stopped the clock here, and this is our upcoming schedule. We just talked about it. Obviously, next week September the 3rd at 7 o'clock. Brent and I will be on the call for Bartlett, and then the very next week it's another Thursday night game, September 9th at 7 o'clock against Overton, live here on AHS Tiger Life. Then we're going to switch over the volleyball on September the 14th at 6:30 against Collierville. A lot of awesome new content here on AHS Tiger Life, especially in the sports live streaming department. And for all of it, just go to ahstigerlife.com. Check it all out. All the streams will be live here on YouTube, youtube.com/AHSTigerLife, the very channel that you are watching this on right now.
Ditto to all of that.
We're coming out of the timeout here, and we're hopefully about to just get this game wrapped up because it has been a massacre, and as much fun as it is to watch Kenji Lewis try to make as many plays as possible for East, I think it's best for both teams just get out of here at this rate.
And I think one of the less talked about things is the fan atmosphere has been amazing tonight. The whiteout night for Arlington clearly has gone well. They are playing incredible, and the fans are really into it.
Yeah, you know, we weren't exactly able to do these type of things last year, you know, with the pandemic and all that. Kenji Lewis has the football. I have to mention it. Here's Kenji Lewis. He's got a first down and more, and he will be brought down after that. But they weren't exactly able to do these type of things last year with the pandemic, and you know, it's super important that they're able to get back to that this year. You know, even if there are still masks in play and some sort of social distancing, we're still able to have full capacity here tonight, which is just a big win in itself. And Kenji Lewis, despite the fact this team is going to lose, he has been a big winner himself tonight, Brent.
We'll take a look at this replay package right here. We see Kenji Lewis running all the way down, breaking a couple of tackles and getting to the 4-yard line. He is doing incredible on every side of the ball. As you see this play, he's getting pushed into the end zone on the QB sneak for his second touchdown of the game. He is really broken out as, I would say, one of the players of the game for sure. Here we see them bringing down the running back. And here's the great interception from Memphis East, the one that bobbled up in the air about 15 times before finally falling down. And yeah, another look at this amazing play. I don't even know how he got that. It's just some memorable plays from Memphis East despite the loss.
I mean, that was just a great play right there on that last one by Anthony Campbell. One of the more impressive interceptions that I have seen in a while, personally. I mean, the amount of concentration that you have to have on the football, even after it being tipped into the air once to catch it, just makes a big difference in itself.
And he was on the ground when he caught that. He wasn't even in the air still. He had to look up to find that ball.
And East is out there, about to probably just run the rest of this out. At least they've doubled their total from last week. They only managed to get 6 against Fairleigh last week, but this week they're able to get 12. This is Herron throwing it deep again, looking for Kenji Lewis. Incomplete, almost intercepted. Excuse me, that was not Kenji Lewis he was going for. That was actually Christopher Bailey. And Bailey's a little bit shaken up on the sideline after that.
I think he's questioning whether it should be a pass interference or not.
I don't see exactly the point in questioning stuff like that when we have a running clock. We're now under a minute to go in the football game. Do not exactly think that's the best of their worries as we have another timeout here.
I mean,
they're just trying to. East is just trying to milk this out as much as possible, which I commend them for, but like it's just not exactly necessary here.
I mean, we've said it a bunch of times, sound like a broken record, but even when he said he thought Kenji Lewis was receiving the ball there because he has been everywhere tonight. Great plays by Kenji Lewis tonight.
Yeah, and speaking of great plays, there have been all sorts of great plays, but now it's time to get into the AHS Tiger Life play of the game right here, right now, Brent. Let's check it out.
All right, so here we have the pass from Kenji Lewis, actually into the interception here by number 25 for Arlington, and he gets all the way down the field. As you see, he got great blockers running him down the field. He gets all the way to about the 50-yard line before he's tackled down, but then the ball comes loose. He grabs the ball in the air, and it is recovered by Arlington. Just truly the testament to the best play of the game.
Oh, my God. And I didn't even notice this earlier, but Kenji Lewis was actually one that stripped the football right there.
I didn't even notice that.
I don't think we mentioned that earlier. Kenji Lewis was the one that stripped the football on that play.
Clearly, he has been everywhere tonight.
57.7 seconds to go. Hey, and if you look at this from the bright side of East, they did technically win this half.
You are completely right. 12 to 7 on the half. That has to be a win in some ways.
Kenji Lewis has the football here on the reception. He's making moves. He's going down the sideline. Kenji Lewis still in open field. Down the sideline, he's out of bounds. Maybe. That's a first down. It wouldn't matter because the clock is running anyway.
The amount of players it took for Arlington to take him down is incredible. He has played offense, defense, special teams, 6, 7 positions, and yet he's still out here breaking tackles with 40 seconds left in the game.
I think East is going to try and hurry this up to get some more plays in. They could just let it run it out from here, but I think they're going to try and get at least one more rep in. Yes, they will. Xavier Herron for the last play of the game. He'll throw. Deep and intercepted. Intercepted right there by Arlington on the play. That is Josiah Elzy. He's still going, and game over. That's your dagger, ladies and gentlemen. What a bet. I don't know. I couldn't think of a better play to end it on, but that's your final. Arlington wins it 47-12. Despite losing the half, they do win the football game by a very, very decisive margin. And what a great way to end the game for them. Getting an interception. Josiah Elzy making a great play there. And Brent, let's check it out.
Look at this. The ball went right to him. There was no denying he should have got that ball. Perfect play for an interception. He gets the ball, puts the dagger straight down. This, you can, like Roman said, you could not have asked for a better way to end this game for Arlington.
And Brent, we've used the word better a ton in terms of you could have asked for a better way to bounce back, could have asked for a better way to start. This was just an overall better performance for Arlington, if you want to say that. I mean, how important was it that they bounced back like this here tonight after what happened last week?
I mean, to use the word better again, there was no better way to bounce back from last week than they did tonight. Bartlett is coming up. That's their biggest game thus far that they need to win, and they've set themselves up good to compete seeing this week.
Yeah. And they got their revenge this week, getting a huge blowout win. Will they get their revenge next week against Bartlett after the 36-7 blowout loss? There's your score right there, ladies and gentlemen. Arlington takes it 47-12. And that's going to wrap it up for us here tonight, along with the entire AHS Tiger Life crew. There's your remaining schedule. There it is right there. But along with Brent Lyons, this is Roman Cleary signing out. Good night, everybody.